to have an education platform years ago, you had to demonstrate credentials and credibility. Nowadays, you don't. You know what I mean? Like, you can have a channel and a platform and get a lot of followers without having any credentials or credibility. You could simply be interesting or entertaining, and that's enough. And I think that's where some of the confusion comes in. So step one for people who are feeling confusion is we need to revisit that first principle of credentials and credibility. One of the most successful and famous protein researchers in the world is a guy named Stu Phillips. He's right up the road from me in Canada. Here's someone who's published hundreds of research papers on protein, someone who works out himself, someone who studies athletes and recreational exercisers, someone who's written exhaustively on this topic, has a PhD in this topic, runs a lab on this topic.
Yeah.
Believability weighting high. Yes. So why are we not reading him? Well, he doesn't dance around in his undies on Instagram. He's in a research lab. That's why some people haven't heard of him, but people should hear of him, and they should go follow his advice. At Precision Nutrition, we publish free articles on this often and exhaustively, citing people like him who are actually in the lab doing the research, discovering what actually happens under the hood with protein.
So that was Dr. John Berardi, founder of Precision Nutrition. He's a nutritionist himself, talking about something that I keep trying to promote, which is this idea that we need to move beyond just like experts and expertise to research-supported expertise. It is very important that in this era of misinformation, and even where the experts are what I would call accurate adjacent, they went through school, they got some experience, some professional experience, but they haven't looked at the body of research, they haven't looked at all of the data, and so the information they promote is not as accurate as it could be. What he is talking about with Dr. Stu Phillips is a perfect example of somebody we should be following, but because they don't have this huge social media following, maybe they're not as popular as they should be, given the importance of their work in the field. Guys, up your game when it comes to what you expect from educators. If the educators you follow cannot cite all of the research on the thing they're an expert about, time to move on.